What belonged to us that God took away? We can only file a missing report about our belongings. What did we create? You are a part of God. So what was your effort in creating yourself? If He removes one eye, it's His discretion. He wants you to see with one eye. It is His belonging. What belongs to you, tell me? If you are educated, God has given you that intelligence. If He took away the intelligence, one may roam on the streets like a madman. What belongs to you? Now, regarding the point of your belongings and loved ones being snatched away, that is destiny. Your good and bad karma has not been destroyed yet. Whatever you have sown in the past will have to be reaped. If you achieve knowledge of self or devotion, impressions of previous births will be burnt away, and you will be enlightened with pure knowledge. This question of God snatching away your belongings will never arise in that state. What was snatched? Illusion, ignorance, attachment, and sin. This is what God snatches to purify us. What belongs to us then? One may say, He took away my son. Wasn't it an illusion that He was your son? God Himself came in this form. Were you able to perceive? You fulfilled the gratification of your action. God Himself had come for a set time frame in that form. You perceived it as your own in illusion. So now you cry. The illusion will make you cry that He seized my opulence. To whom does all the opulence of the infinite universe belong? It belongs to God. If you work as an employee, you get paid irrespective of whether the owner makes a profit or loss. But if you try to become the proprietor, you will become happy or sad based on the outcomes of your business. If you understand this principle, then you can never blame God for anything. There is no one more merciful than God. There is no path comparable to spirituality. Now, let's look at reality with a spiritual lens. The spiritual path is to obtain the supreme bliss. When we tread the spiritual path, God burns the sin of infinite births. However, this body has been created by taking some of the fruits of the sinful actions from the past births. So, we will have to bear them. The result of the entire life of the body has been written according to our karmas before the birth of this body. After this much time, this disease will occur, the hand will break, etc., etc., according to our previous actions. Even the biggest of saints, like Shri Ramakrishna Paramahansa Ji, had cancer in his throat. So similarly, various reactions come. Lord Krishna has clearly stated in Bhagavad Gita, Avashyameva bhoktavyam kritam karma shubhashubham, which means one must inevitably experience the result of actions performed, whether they are good or auspicious. We are performing our devotion now, so that devotion will destroy all the previous karmic reaction. From here on, whatever karma is there, if one is a devotee, they won't be contaminated. If we get contaminated by mistake, God forgives us. In Ramcharitmanas, Goswami Tulsidas says, Rahati na prabhu chitta chuka kiye ki karata surati saya barahiye ki, which means, despite the restlessness of the mind and the challenges faced, the devotee keeps his heart and mind focused on the Lord, striving to maintain devotion with unwavering attention. So, how to become free from karmic reactions? you will have to bear the consequence of your actions. There is one solution: surrender, so that even your individuality surrenders and everything will get burnt. Accept God's grace and move forward in devotion. Then you will see the grace of God in every little thing. If I had what I desired, I would have been entangled in enjoying it. I would have never received this blissful state. How merciful of Him that He didn't give me what I wanted. I would have got entangled. He didn't grant it. How merciful of Him. We are now attached to pleasures, family, and the world. Therefore, we think that God is awful. Whoever worships Him gets beaten up and gets pain. It's not like that. The accounts of infinite births are getting cleared, and the game will end soon. Then you will go back to Him. If you could see, you would understand that He is erasing the sins of millions of lifetimes by giving you trivial pains. He calls us towards Him. How merciful! How I can only see His grace and nothing else. God has not taken away from you. He has given to you. He has given us everything: this human form, rare satsang, and the rare name of God. What you mention as being taken away is perishable. It will be destroyed in time. If you keep a food item, it looks good when it is fresh, but after 3-4 days, it will develop fungus and smell rotten, because that is what its real form is. There was a time when we were young, but when we grew, we started to get old, wrinkled, and approaching death. That's the nature of it. This world is called Dukhalayam Ashashvatam, which means a temporary place full of sorrow and illusion. The place you have come to is called the planet of death, Mrityulok. It's full of sorrows, and everything will be left behind. Only the holy name of God is eternal, the supreme wealth of Radhana. Sant Kabir Das Ji says, Kabira sab jaga nirdhan, dhanavanta nahi koe, dhanavanta soe janiye, Ram naam dhan hoye. In this world, there is no one who is truly rich. The one who is truly wealthy is the one who possesses devotion to Lord. God is a giver, He is not a taker. For example, a government employee is given house to stay and transportation, etc., so that he can use those to serve the government better. But once his service is complete, he has to return it to the government, otherwise he is thrown out. Similarly, whatever you have belongs to the supreme government. It was given to you for service, for serving the Lord and the family, getting free from the debt of your karma, and going back to the Godhead. Now you have accepted it as your own property and want it to stay that way forever. This is an illusion, Maya. Only God is true, nothing else. Only Maya is making us see other things as real. Perform devotion, Maya will be destroyed. You will understand that there is no one. We are true selves, supreme selves. We are not humans. You are not some living entity. You are a part of God. That is what we have forgotten. If we remember this, we become blissful immediately and filled with joy. No one was there. No one is there or will be there. There was only one that was and that will be. Hold on to this. What you have accepted as yours is your illusion.